This is Cousin Jack. This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon. Our tongue no longer spoken, the towns all around face ruin. Will there be work in New Brunswick, or will I find gold in the cave? If I tunnel way down to Australia, how will I ever escape? Come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the bay. Where the copper and clay and the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Soil was too poor to make it, granite and sea left no choice. No visions of heavens to stay low, when John Wesley gave us a voice. Could Joseph once come to St. Michael's Mount, 2,000 years past in a dream, and you're working away in the darkness, deep in the heart of the sea. Where there's a mine, come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the bay. Where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Follow me to Canada, America, South Africa, Australia. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, I'm leaving the county. Must I leave my town? Campbell, Red Roof, Lawson, Wadebridge, Aston, Port Isaac. Remember us, remember our names, remember the white cross on the black flag. Yeah. And the waves crash to the shoreline. I dream, I dream. I dream of a bridge across the Tamar. It opens us up to the east. In my dreams. I see the English living in our houses. I see the Spanish fishing in our sea. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein, where the copper and the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Come on, follow me down, cousin Jack. Yeah, follow me down.
Good morning, Minecraft. How you doing? Wandering Beekeeper here. It is the... it is the 28th already? Holy crap. Time flies when you're having fun. Apologies to David Bowie. I know I just made a total hash of that. Well, we are, oh gosh, this is episode 5 of Neo Greg 151 under Minecraft 1.21.1. We are, or 120.1? 120.1, I think. I'll have to go back and check, damn it. It's not in the title bar as it usually is. Let's just, whoops. Of course, I completely, this is me. You've met me, right? I forget to do the window thing. Time flies like a banana, fruit flies like a banana. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Oh, classic weirdness. So, we are in the mushroom mine shaft. There's a honeycomb hideout thing wanting to happen there. Got the AE2 microgrid here set up. All you really need is a drive and a crafting terminal, and it simplifies things and eliminates so much clutter. The chest is attached. I have to be careful not to put anything in and out while I have a chip in the chest. I've got it attached because this is my mining chest, my mining chip. And what the digital miner has been sending its stuff into, along with whatever I found while I was out mining and threw in, like the eucalyptus logs, which actually I want to take out. Let me go on and clear some non-stuff here, some stuff that needs to come out of there. Clear a few things. Marble cobblestone, polished andesite. Where the hell did that come from? And I'm gonna leave the dirt and cobble in the other stuff there. Let's see what goes in here, and whatever doesn't can just thump into here. Boom, done. All right. Time to have a look at the advances made in the last week. Let me first run up here. This is not an advance, but I do need to check my backlog. I need to advance to HV so I can set up a new production line. Today I got notified of your stream in 4 different ways. Last week, not even once. Hot diggity. Well, at least you got notified. Glad you're here, glad you could make it. Let's just move along here because here's a whole new thing. I had this space in between the workshop area and the low pressure steam area that I hadn't done anything with, and I had the parts all ready because I tore down a couple of bronze boilers in order to put up steel boilers, much higher pressure. And so I had the parts laying around, and this is getting to be a Tony Stark thing, and it's a little scary. I had the parts for this thing laying around, and so put it together and set up a chem line. This set of 3 machines makes sulfuric acid. It's stored in a gold drum for safety reasons. Where did the barrel go? There it is. Thank you. And I have a couple of extra gold drums, and yes, I am in fact wearing a hazmat suit now. I have achieved polyvinyl chloride. I'm making polyvinyl chloride in the factory. Excuse me, Warren Zevon. Sulfuric acid, yum. Oh yeah, it gets much better. So I've got the Walter White hazmat suit going here with the full polyvinyl chloride lead-lined radiation-proof hazmat suit. So I can finally, if you're making PVC, isn't that better to store sulfuric acid than gold? Once I can get there. I've got to make some technological progress before I can have PVC tanks and PVC piping, which is what I'm hoping to do today. I have to make some advanced circuits to be able to build the machinery to make the parts. You know how these progressions work. You know, you have to build the tools to make the tools to make the machines. So, yeah, let's just plunk down this gold drum here. And look here, this is, oh, these are both empty. I need to replace them. Okay, these are aluminum drums, which have considerably greater capacity than gold drums, but are not resistant to things like hydrochloric acid. Let's see, where's my oxy? Here are two cans of oxy, and I'm going to go on and just stash those extra drums. And off we go. Lots of stuff going on here. Let's plop these down. And I need my screwdriver. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but I'm still learning how this mod works, and I'm trying to just get through it. Okay, so instead of piping it in, I'm bringing in cans of oxy, big cans of oxy. And then I need to go remember where I left the sulfur. That's the low voltage line that we saw last week. It has had very little progress, but a lot happened, and I'm still using an awful lot of this low voltage machinery. It is still useful, and I'm keeping it running. Over here, the dust farm and the medium voltage line, which has grown by to about double where it was last week. Yeah, it's gotten a little loud over here. This is the steel boiler that I was talking about. This sucker is running at 2000K and putting out 1700, almost 1800 millibuckets of steam per tick. I've got it opened wide up and going into 5 advanced steam turbine generators. I still haven't gotten past steam for generating electricity. I've really got to get into like gas turbines, but I need to develop the fuel source first. I do have magnesium diboride wire, which is a superconductor, and as a result does not need insulation. I can walk on it and not be electrocuted. Also, it has no resistance, so I do not lose amperage to resistance over distance. Let's see, where did I leave the sulfur? I think I may have left the sulfur down this direction somewhere. There it is. Sulfur dust. Let's grab a stack of sulfur. And I need to do something with that sulfuric at some point. And I need to do a run on this line and do a check on everything, all the processing going on, and we'll see what's down there in the big blue thing, which is a new thing, in a minute. Let us go back this way and work on the chem line. Just here, I walked past it. Here we go, the chem line. Have 3 advanced chemical reactors in a row. The first one takes in oxygen and sulfur and produces sulfur dioxide. Nasty shit. It's mentioned in the song. There's a song in the Broadway musical Hair that's naming off some of the things that are in the air, it's everywhere. Sulfur dioxide is one of the things they name off. It goes in here, gets made into sulfur trioxide. Room temp superconductor, yes. Welcome to Greg Tech. There is a low voltage room temp superconductor, which I am in fact employing on the LV line. A medium voltage room temp superconductor, which is a pain in the ass to get because I have to electrolyze borax. On the other hand, that gives me chlorine, which is useful for making polyvinyl chloride. Sulfur dioxide is one of those things that once in a while flow into a river valley and kills everything, right? Yeah, you get sulfur dioxide as a result of coal mining. And it gets in the runoff because the sulfur leaches out of the coal, reacts with the oxygen in the air and the water in the rain coming down, and you get sulfur dioxide in the runoff and all the fish die. And volcanic activity, true, but volcanic activity accounts for much less sulfur dioxide in the environment than human activity. Let us make sure that we accept responsibility for the fuckery we have been up to. Sulfur trioxide goes into the third reactor and gets turned into sulfuric acid. Let's just launch this. Drop that in there, and that kicks on, and now that kicks on. And now that one kicks on. And now we are putting sulfuric acid into this drum here. Yay! I have a couple of other chemical reactors set up over here. This one is already preloaded with sulfuric acid because we're going to be doing some processing with it. I've got to do some processing. I've got salt I've got processing, which is one of the reasons why I need to head down here. Let's go on and head down here to the MV line. There is a fuck ton of stuff going on here, and I'll try and explain along the way. This is an ore washer. It takes in distilled water from a distillery module. You can't see it right now. It's there down in there, hidden behind the water feed. I'm using Create Pipe because it's the easiest way to move the water over here to where I need it to drop it into the distillery. The distilled water is then used to wash the ore coming in, and we get all sorts of neat stuff here. Let me do a sort. I've got rock salt. I got stone dust because you always get stone dust. Be right back grabbing some chow. Probably a good idea. I'm going to grab out this purified salt ore here. And let's also look in here and see what this is. Oh, that's just making graphite, and it's got very little. That's making gold. Won't do shit. move on over here. This is making biomass. These breweries here, I have 2 breweries going now, feeding off the same chest of sugarcane that I have to reload far too damn frequently. I'll take care of that later. I don't really feel like running out for it. Obviously, I'm not, farming it here. Create farm. I'm going to have to be somewhere else. Where I've got more room. Water is again brought in by a can. I thought about trying to extend that pipe over here, but I'd have to add another pump. And it's just, I'll get to it at some point. It'll just become too damn inconvenient to have to run fresh cans of water over. But these things are slow, like really slow. They're putting out 20 millibuckets every 4 seconds. It takes forever to fill one of these drums. Once the drum is filled, then it goes over here to the distillery and gets turned into ethanol and wood pulp. Ethanol then gets taken over to the chem line, and we do interesting shit with it. This thermal centrifuge is processing salt. It is not processing anything else. It is only processing salt because I need the salt. Let me get the diagram up here. Here is our ore processing diagram. So, crushed already. Here's the ore washer that we were just looking at. Putting your crushed salt ore in the ore washer gets you purified salt ore and a 33% chance of rock salt. How many buckets to a drum? Well, it depends on the drum. The gold, let me walk over here a little second. How many buckets to a drum depends on the material of the drum. The steel drum will hold 64 buckets. Gold drum will only hold 32 buckets. The aluminum drum will hold 128 buckets. And it'll hold some interesting shit, it just won't hold acids. So until I get another couple of advances, I got to be making stainless steel on a regular basis, which is a high voltage metal. I need stainless steel, but I don't have it yet. I was looking at, whoops, that's the raw salt and ore processing. So we got a 33% chance on each unit of salt, of crushed salt ore, to get a unit of rock salt, which is potassium chloride and damn useful stuff. From there, I'm sending it to a thermal centrifuge. The thermal centrifuge gives me refined salt ore with a 33% chance of borax dust, which is complicated shit and resolves out in the electrolyzer to a couple of goodies. A lot of times it's the byproduct that you're after. So where you send your ore processing depends on what you're chasing. I'm chasing borax to some extent because I need it for several things, among other things chlorine. The refined salt ore that I'm getting out of here is going to go to the macerator, be turned into salt with a chance of borax. Alright, so now I know where I'm taking that. This and this need to go to a macerator. I've got 2 over here, and one of them is probably already chewing on. This one is doing graphite. This one is doing redstone. It's now doing salt. And I'm going to interrupt there as well with the remaining salt and pop that up there. Alrighty, there we go. Nothing in there right now. Here, oh lordy, the stone dust builds up so goddamn fast. Borax. Can you make glass? Absolutely. Although I don't need borax to do it. Glass is made from quartzite sand and flint, or flint dust specifically. So you grind flint, and then quartzite sand is a byproduct of a lot of different ores, but is also obtained by grinding regular sand. So if I grind regular sand and regular flint and throw them together, yeah, I got glass. I've had that for a while. Let's see, I would need to put down the ducky here. Got to put down the ducky if you're going to play the saxophone. The sulfuric acid really ought to come out of my inventory and go into a chemical cabinet along with this one. Let's go on and harvest that one and plop a new barrel into a new drum into the place and throw that in there. Get it out of my inventory. Alrighty, let's do a couple of quick things here. First, let's pop this up. Shooba-dooby, dooba-dooby, dooby-wah-wah. Oh, where did I have... There we go. Glass is in the steam age, and you make it with by making glass dust, and you make glass dust by blending flint dust and quartzite dust. And quartzite dust you can get several different ways, as I said. But yeah, you don't get glass until all the way up in like midway through create. Maybe if you add borax, you can get borosilicate glass. That's acid resistant. That is actually a possibility. And why don't borosilicate glass is in fact in the mod. Good shooting. Way to go, Mox. Mox. Yeah, badibidi. Mox. Wrong vowel. And also know a Mox, and occasionally it's easy for my brain to confuse the vowels. So yeah, borosilicate glass is a thing. How do we get borosilicate glass? Well, we have to have an ingot of borosilicate glass bar, or we can solidify it from liquid borosilicate, which we get by putting boron with glass dust. Son of a gun, I've got this. Oh my god, I think I've got this. I think I can do this. I'm going to put off doing the plastic thing in the chem line for a minute, and I'm going to see if I can do this. This is just the alloy blast smelter. Oh, it's the alloy blast smelter. Do I have that built? I don't think I have that built. It needs Cantho. Can I do it in the EBF? Can I do it in the EBF? Maybe not. Fuck. Okay, I don't have the big ABS. I don't have the alloy blast smelter built yet. I think I'm gonna have to build a new multi-block to do this. Maybe getting ahead of myself. Let me get to medium voltage here. Here's the map of where I am right now. It's easy to see where I've been. You know, the green paths are the completed stuff. So nice and simple. I'm up here working on this, trying to make plastic printed circuit board. To do that, I have to have plastic circuit board and the copper foil, and then I have to have either iron 3 chloride or sodium persulfate. Put the three of them together and I get the plastic printed circuit board, which is absolutely vital to all sorts of stuff in here, like making this circuit, or making this circuit, or oh, I don't know, making this circuit, you know. Have to complete this step before I get anything else, do anything else. I've made sodium persulfate enough for a bucket. I need to make some industrial quantities, which is why I'm farting around with the salt. Let's get back to the salt for a minute, because I really need to push this for a second. I've got a chemical reactor full of sulfuric acid waiting on me, and I need this purified salt, or just all of it. And what's happening here, graphic, happening here is some salt. I'm going to go on and take that salt and go process it. I need to get this done here. I've got salt here. Okay. Oh, good. I've finally got enough. I'm loading up into the chest. Here is this, and there's the borax dust. I'm going to take the borax dust and go stash it for right now, because this is set up for something else entirely at the moment. Alright. And the refined salt ore needs to get run around to the macerator. Yes, it's a very inefficient design. This is me not knowing how this mod worked and figuring it out as I go along. This is actually more efficient than my previous effort. So, yeah, and the LV line is built more efficiently now than the original LV line that was over here. Let's go look back here and see what I got going, because I got some shit. I got some shit going, and I need to fire that thing up, which means I need to go get some of those logs I just got. So, I have a large steel boiler, and it is feeding into 4 advanced turbines and into a medium voltage buffer, which is currently loaded. And yes, that is a drum of carbon monoxide capturing exhaust from the electric blast furnace from where I was making some gnarly shit. It feeds into now via an item pipe. There is no manual handling. I've got an item pipe feeding into the vacuum freezer, which is the big multi-block machine necessary for dealing with hot ingots and cooling them down to something that's actually removable without, like, burning yourself. And I've got a turbocharger snuck back here. We walk back around the back. There is a pyrolyze oven set up that I have not fired up yet, and I'm about to, because I need to make wood tar. That is a wood tar bucket, which is obtained from wood tar, which is obtained in the pyrolyze oven by hucking in pretty much anything on program 9, and you get charcoal and you get wood tar. And I'm going to need to put a pipe on the output hatch and a barrel over here. Give me a moment. I need a fluid pipe, a normal steel fluid pipe. Lots of ways to get dead in your lab. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Sand will not save you this time. Have you ever read a blog called Stuff I Will Not Have in My Lab, or something like that? It's a chemical engineer talking about things that he absolutely refuses to work with. Okay, normal steel fluid pipe. Nickel, oak. Normal nickel, normal steel fluid pipe. Here we go. I need 1 piece of normal steel fluid pipe. And, I need to go grab a barrel. or a drum in this case. I'm going to grab an aluminum drum. Yeah, there are some reasons why I'm wearing the hazmat suit. There are very good reasons why I'm wearing the hazmat suit. I am going to do a thing here. Let me see. I need to install this first. It's a little tight in here. Let me fix that. There we go. Little tight. There we go. Got a little more room to maneuver in. Okay. Pipe to the output hatch. Output hatch is for liquid output. And drum. And it did, in fact, connect. Yay, I don't have to pull out the wrench. Okay. Make sure I'm ready to receive the output. Steel drums sound better. Oh, yeah. I have made enough steel drums for a couple of bands, let me tell you. It rolls downstairs alone or in pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. It's dark oak log. I'm going to drop a stack of dark oak log on this thing and see what it does with it. And then I got to go put the salt in with the sulfuric acid, which is not like putting the lime in the coconut. Trust me, it's very different. Go to the input bus. And we will set to program 9. Number 9. Number 9. And we got nothing. Why we got nothing? What's going on here? Idling. What did I do wrong? Tar. Wood tar bucket. Wood tar. Pyrolyze oven. Logs that burn. Logs that burn, logs that burn. Dark oak should be in that, shouldn't it? You would think. Logs that burn, logs that burn. Does it need to be stripped? The fuck? That would give you a hella bellyache. Salt plus sulfuric acid equals HCl. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we should go look at that. Thanks for reminding me. And let me quit arfing around with the wood tar and go do the business that I was supposed to be doing. Pardon me having a squirrel moment. Haul this refined rock salt here over to the macerator and see if I got any more salt coming out of the macerator. Salt. Ooh, I got a whole stack. Yay. Alright, let's go do some salt. And let's see. Have a quick look here. Ooh, I gotta go get coal soon. I have a little extra. Let's just throw this in. There we go. This thing is eating 1 block of coal every 25 seconds. I have to find a new fuel source. It's frightening, really. Alright. Now, I've already got a catch drum set with a bit of hydrochloric acid in it from previous run. I have sulfuric acid here. I have a little bit of salt, but not enough. Let's do a salt. I now have sodium bisulfate. Let me check my output drum, make sure I'm not filling it up too bad. Input drum is a little low. I'm going to go on and dump the rest of this salt in. Let's do a salt. A macerator is a grinder. It's a whacking, big, powerful grinder. Big enough and something that eats rock in a matter of seconds, you know? You're talking about, you know, things that you can end up dead with real fast. It's not like the immersive engineering macerator that's open topped. Oh, I ran out of sulfuric. All right, let's change the barrel. Oops, come here. Come here. Oh, wait a minute. I can't put it away yet. I have to craft it to get the air out of it because it always gets air in it when you detach it. And sulfuric acid, and we'll get a fresh barrel of sulfuric acid. That's an interesting phrase, isn't it? Fresh barrel of sulfuric acid. And put it on top of the reactor because I'm reconfiguring my reactors as I need to. Now, right now, this one is set up to do the salt and sulfuric acid thing. Big, powerful grinder. Oh, yeah. This seriously gets industrial very quickly. I mean, as you can see. I'm now going to take the sodium bisulfate and I'm going to drop it into, if I remember correctly, let us check our recipe. Sodium bisulfate is put in the electrolyzer and broken down into sodium persulfate and hydrogen gas, which we have in these drums. So, load, 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 and load, load, load. There we go. Now, I need to run out the sulfuric and let's see, let me grab the salt here and the salt here. I need to run out the sulfuric and reconfigure that reactor for the next stage because we're cranking along with the persulfate here, I think. I hope I am. Full 5, not, you know, it's making it in small quantities. We're producing, it's just going to take a few minutes. Alright, so sodium persulfate is being made for the chemical bath. Good morning, Willow, how you doing? Welcome to the Chem Line. I'm standing here in a classic hazmat suit. It is made of polyvinyl chloride and is lead lined. I have taken the trouble to enchant it with unbreaking and mending. That took some effort, you know, as it always does. And got it all with unbreaking 3 and mending. Yay! So that all I have to do... We're not dying of poisoning, exploding, or acid. Yay! Yeah. Oh, and radiation is well, radiation kind of counts as poisoning. But radiation is also a thing. Yeah, my character died of radiation poisoning once. That was enough. Alright, so I've got sulfuric in here, and I've also got a full barrel of hydrochloric. I need to change my output barrel. Let me take care of that. That's not something that should be left unattended. Here's an empty gold drum. Just stack that right there and go on and tap that off. Clean that out. Now, what I want to do here is run it out of sulfuric. So I'm going to take the sulfuric barrel and I'm going to put the sulfuric barrel back over here on the sulfuric acid line to catch the next batch. And I'm going to load salt into here and go on and run it. And I'm trying to run it out of sulfuric. The enchanted hazmat suit. Yes, absolutely. I have an enchanted hazmat suit, and I am very happy about that. And I have more sodium bisulfate. I have not run out the salt, or the sulfuric, however. We'll give it one more go because it is going to take a couple of minutes. This is, I'm figuring on having stuff by the end of the stream, but we're doing a lot of shit here. Let's see, I need to go to the electrolyzer and load in more. Wow, it already chewed through all of it. And I have 29 buckets of sodium persulfate right now, which is a passable amount and enough to do some things with, but I'm really hoping for industrial quantities, which I'm getting on the hydrogen gas. Lord of mercy, have I got hydrogen gas. Here's some more refined salt ore to take over to the macerator. Now, Greg Tech is about half. The machine is a block with a fancy texture, and the machine is a thumping huge multi-block that you're going to tear your hair out trying to figure out how to assemble. Hydrogen, you can vent, I guess? No, absolutely not. I am not venting anything. Ooh, keep everything. Oh, do not. Yeah, we're not venting anything here. Oh, lordy. We keep everything. The stone dust, that is the byproduct of practically everything, and I have tons of it. It goes into this centrifuge and it gets broken down into marble quartzite dust, which makes glass. Put it with flint, it makes glass. Potassium feldspar, metal mixture, which is basically their way of saying all the other crap, biotite, and sodalite, all of which have uses. That hydrogen I am storing for future use. I have a cabinet out here. As a matter of fact, here I've got oxy, I've got helium, chlorine, helium, more oxy, lots more oxy, some more chlorine. Here's a tank of mercury. It was a byproduct of a previous, I bet there's a very nice stream nearby you can dump all your industrial waste into, no? Yeah, oxy, more, it's all useful. Even the carbon monoxide at some point is going to be useful. I'm stashing that stuff because I can scavenge something out of it, I'm sure. I will need it for chemical processing, or I will need it for some other bullshit. Okay, refined coal ore goes to the macerator. This is a low voltage thermal centrifuge that I've got running on, whatever. Stuff that I don't need, like, right now. So we'll run this around to this macerator. Drop it all in. There we go. And this one, meanwhile, is still chugging away at our old friend Salt. There's also got some pyrochlor in there now. Ah, we've finished the salt. This is the last of the salt. We're now washing pyrochlor. There we go. So the last of that batch of salt gets brought around here and put up in the chest, and we'll just wait for a little while on that. And let's go get rid of some stuff here real quick. I've picked up a few things. The mushrooms are inevitable. This is a mushroom mine shaft, and so the floor is mycelium, and these mushrooms grow and spread and pop up all over the place. And so I end up with stacks of mushrooms because they were just, you know, kind of in the way at the moment. That's not burnable. Why wasn't it burnable? Let's just take some plain old oak log. Try that. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have to fire up the Widowmaker. Doesn't like the oak log either. What does it want? Burnable logs? The fuck? What is it wanting? This is one of those Greg Tech's brick wall things. It's like the Infocom brick wall. Anybody remember Infocom? They put out games that every now and then... The Widowmaker, yes. If you combine your salt with barium, you could get basalt, but bump. The Widowmaker, there is a reason why it is called that, and also known as the most dangerous tool in the shop. And do I even have one set up? Oh lordy! And it's it's the table saw thing, and I don't even have one set up. The Create table saw, it gets labeled by the mod as the most dangerous tool in the shop. I've seen a lot of player characters get respawned from fucking around with it. It's not something you do. What have I got? I have some ironwood log. I have a dog. Actually, I don't. My spouse has a dog that is kind of an E string, you know? Wound up real tight. I'm not sure what I've got. Oh, damn it. I put these back in, and they ended up on this chip. Didn't want them to end up on this chip. Phooey, phooey, phooey. Forgot. Guess who just totally spaced and did a dump? We'll figure it out. Okay, that's just regular old ingots going. Over here is the backlog. The key here is going to be the persulfate. And let's go back to the chem line and see how this is doing. This is down to 4 buckets. I'm just about to say, screw it, I'm willing to lose 4 buckets of sulfuric. I can vent the sulfuric harmlessly by breaking the reactor. Find a salt ore. Salt. Ooh, look at all the salt. There we go. There's what I needed. Okay, we'll take this to the reactor, clean out the sulfuric, and then swap it out so that I can go on and make these boards finally. Alright. Do the thing with the thing to the thing. There we go. The thing has been done. We have more bisulfate. That's been cleaned out, and I need to look at the process. All right. What am I doing here, and what am I getting? All right, so I'm putting in plastic circuit boards, which I've already made, copper foil, which I've already made. I should probably make more. Sodium persulfate, which I've got brewing, and I get plastic printed circuit boards. I have over here a stack of plastic circuit boards. I need more copper foil. I'm out of it. Damn it. I used it all up making the plastic boards in the first place. There's a lot of copper involved in this. We'll just grab this and run it over to the bender. And the bender is currently set on program 10. And I need to look here and see what the program is. And it is, in fact, program 10. Good. Okay, feed this in on program 10. Give this just a second, and I'll take out the first batch and then come back for more later. If it fills up, it just sits there and waits, you know. So, one stack of foil here versus foiled again. Over here I have sodium bisulfate, and that is salt. Can't do much with the salt here. Feed that through. Alright, that is all the persulfate I'm going to get at this point. I'm hoping that it is enough to do what I intend it to do. Let's find out. I have plastic circuit board. And I have copper foil. And I have aluminum drum with sodium persulfate in it. And I have a screwdriver, and I'm willing to use it. And let there be plastic circuit boards. Yes, we are doing etching. We are actually etching our boards here with sodium persulfate. The hazmat suit is needed for so many reasons. Etching, your mind went there, really. Oh, Lord. I love my rude friends. So, I know what etching is, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's for, obviously you're doing it for the rude joke, but, you know. Okay, I'm gonna see how many of these I get out of here. I could go get more copper foil while that's running, because I will have more copper foil ready by now in the bender. Here is more copper foil. And let's just take that back. to the chem line. And load more copper. There we go. Keep loading it up. I'm wondering how many of these I can get through before I run out of persulfate. Answer is not all of them. Looks like it's using half a bucket per board here. For the copper, you also need vapor deposition. No? Actually, no. The copper is just regular old Minecraft copper. You mine it out as raw copper, throw it in a furnace, and smelt it into copper ingot. And from there, I can use the bender is basically a rolling mill. It's called a bender to get it down to a short word, but it's a rolling mill. And you feed a rolling mill an ingot, and the question is, how flat do you want it? Be glad the bender is enclosed. I've got there's another mod I've played with that's a space mod that advanced rocketry that has a rolling mill that is a multi-block and actually has the rollers sitting out. And yeah, that thing, fortunately it's just an animation and your character cannot actually get pulled into the rollers. Yeah, I did play Advanced Rocket. You were there. Advanced Rocketry. Cool. It was fun. I am thinking about going back to it at some point and seeing if I can build a more functional starship. One where the Oxy actually works right and I don't have to keep it in creative mode so I don't die. And I'd also like to set up a multi-bay system with auto reloading and auto launching so that I could drop a stack of guidance chips into a hopper and have the ship send out the mining drones, program them, send them out, refuel and unload them when they come back, give them a new chip if there's a new chip available. About to run out of copper before I run out of persulfate. Let's go get more copper. Bring the machine more copper. Feed the beast. There we go. We pulled a prank on a friend of mine one time who was, let's see, I ain't talking to no copper. I wouldn't either. But, a friend of mine who got tired of socks going missing. You know how you put your laundry in, you always come up like one sock short. And so he started doing his socks in the sink. And so one day he went. Yeah, it is in an apartment complex, had a laundry room. He went down to the laundry room, turned his laundry, and one of his friends, who shall remain nameless, went down to the laundry room and put the laundry over in a different dryer and restarted it, and then put a note in the now empty dryer that said, "Quit fucking with the basic structure of the universe and bring the machine more socks." Cosmic horror moment. Oh, yeah. He kind of lost his shit for a moment. Oh, lordy. Of course, I mean, his laundry was just in another dryer, and it was dry. I mean, you know. Are you familiar with Charlie Strauss' laundry files? Oh, absolutely. I've read quite a bit of his stuff. I follow him. He's on Wandering Shop. And I've also got the tabletop game they did from Laundry Files. Have not played it. Have not found anybody willing to play it. But I've got the tabletop game. Pretty cool too. Yeah, Laundry Files is wild, hairy stuff. That was. I knew he was on Fetty, didn't know he was on WS. Yeah, he's over on Wandering Shop. Charlie Strauss at Wandering.shop. Him and Kat Valente and a bunch of other people. I mean, like, there's some major names over on Wandering Shop. It's a pity their moderation is kind of shaky. They took a wait-and-see attitude toward Threads, and yeah, I moved over to Weirder Earth. All right, plastic circuit boards completed. I have completed the quest. There it is. It's a Casio on a plastic board. All right. Yeah, we recommend processing large batches in 2 dedicated chemical reactors while I'm processing a batch. Okay, at which point I should be able to make this, the LV circuit. LV circuit, that LV circuit. Oh, let's see. Let's go to the circuit assembler. The circuit assembler. We're going to use the advanced on the MV line. Here is the circuit assembler. It already has a supply of liquid soldering alloy being provided by this extractor, which also has plenty of soldering alloy waiting to be liquefied and fed in. So we're good there. You were on Weird Earth but left because of their moderation policy. Lord. Yeah, it gets complicated. It gets complicated. Alright. I'm only going to make use 16 of these right now because I got some... Actually, let's split that down to 8. Because I got several things I need to do here. This one needs CPU chips and resistors. Let's see. CPU chips and... I haven't gotten much moved over here yet. That's IC chips. Here's resistors, and I'm going to go on and load a whole stack there because that will be used for other things. Okay, we've got... I need capacitors, transistors, and fine copper wire. Capacitor, transistor, capacitor, transistor. I need the chips and the fine copper wire. What's in the cutter? CPU chips. There we go. Brilliant. I knew I was going to need these. So past me, put a stack of them into the cutter. I can't seem to keep up with my 450 accounts. I keep forgetting to look in on them. So now you can make iPod Nanos? Possibly. Possibly. I got all sorts of stuff. I got some wild stuff here. Let's put that up there. And that's salt I got to do something with. Oh, I can do something with that. Salt, salt. Now, I need fine copper wire. Fine copper wire. There we go. And let's go on and grab the IC chips. and the rest of the fine copper, and I should probably grab the fine gold and some of these other items here, like the diodes and these chips. I'm going to need all this over in the new area. And then I've got over here, this is, okay, that's gold. Let's get some electrum. And I'm going to leave the tin because it's used for making cheaper parts that are made in one of these basic assemblers or other. I don't remember which one. Bring stuff back over here. And let's see, this, that. These all go in the cabinet and get sorted. The fine copper wire comes over here and goes in, and we start making chips. That's why I unified my main and my alt. All it took is coming out as trans to all my followers on main, including family. Oh Lord. That was massive. All it took was, oh Lord. Well, congrats on that. January 4th, our youngest, who is trans, will be leaving Tennessee and going to Indianapolis for a while for a job, which gets her out of a fascist hotbed and into someplace we hope is a little safer. That job will provide money that hopefully will be able, and will provide the money, hopefully we'll be able to go on and get her over to Australia. She has a fiance waiting. They've been engaged for about 2 years. I have made microchip processors. Hot diggity. Quest completed. I have made the microchip processor. All right. MV. Oh lordy, I was supposed to make these. What did I miss here that's not lighting up? Something's not lighting up. It's weird, it's a weird color too. What did I miss? What have I missed? What have I not done? I did this. That's checked. That path should be green. This path should be green here. That's checked and that's checked. That path should be green. No, because it leads all the way down to here. Oh lordy, I gotta make this to finish that off, the chain off. Alright, if I make that next, or do I want to make this next? I want to do this next to finish that part of the chain. Okay. Alright, plastic printed circuit board. What in the hell? Fine red alloy wire? Oh lord. Alright. Printed circuit board, CPU chip, resistor, capacitor, transistor, red alloy wire. So the ingredients don't really change except for the red alloy wire. Alright. So take this out, load these in, put this and that up there, and red alloy? I don't think anywhere in the U.S. is really safe for us trans people. Tell me about it. I'm job hunting for the first time as an out trans woman. Yeah, I'm looking into trying to move my job to Mexico. Failing that, we're looking at maybe Olympia, Washington, or Puerto Rico. My job, unfortunately, you know, I got to see if I can move to the Mexican. I'm still closeted when it comes to job hunting, and I live in Germany. Oh, Lord. Germany is not really any better from what I hear right now. Things are not going well. I'm sorry to hear. Ah, Lord. Red alloy. Red alloy wire. I got red alloy wire. I don't have fine red alloy. I'm gonna need to make red alloy. What is red alloy ingot? Alloy smelter, it's copper and redstone. Okay. Copper and redstone in the alloy smelter. Let's go work on this. Oh geez, I legally changed my name in August so it's harder to hide. In a way, I'm glad because it keeps me from backsliding, but the temptation is there. Yeah, Shelby changed her name. I'm not going to give her full name, but she changed her name legally a couple of months back. We paid for it. She also changed her surname, and I won't give that out. So, looking for Ragland isn't going to help trying to find her. Okay, let's get some red alloy cooking. There we go. And we'll feed the redstone in there, and away we go. You know, we're looking at Olympia, Washington. We've also briefly thought about Puerto Rico. We both have passable Spanish in our background and are working on it. I think I just chose my surname last week for when I finally find the spoons to get my German passport. Fingers crossed those spoons turn up sooner rather than later. Puerto Rico is still within the United States, but the Republicans are trying to forget about it and trying to pretend it's not. So if they cut it loose, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised. It's a nice pun, but I'll spare you identifying personal details. Yeah. You probably shouldn't put anything like that out on stream. Oh, Lordy. Lord of mercy. You just want to let, you know, people need to leave each other the fuck alone and just let people be themselves. Lord, we need more diversity in the world, not less. Same as bland. Humans are supposed to be diverse. That's why I wrote Antilia. That's something I haven't talked about on stream much, but I've been talking about it a lot on the Fetty. Antilia started out with, what if people had to take were made to take responsibility for the shit they did? But if we leave people the fuck alone, how do we make money? Exactly. Death to capitalism. Capitalism destroys art. Oh, most capitalists don't even read Wealth of Nations, which actually doesn't think much of them. But then, you know, big surprise they haven't read their Bible, you know. Alright, we have a bunch of red alloy here. We have a stack of red alloy. I will make this stack of red alloy into fine wire. Make sure that I've got the right recipe here. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take half of it, well, the remaining half, and turn it into fine red wire because it's a multiplier. It's going to give us a lot. So I'm only going to process half the stack of ingot, aged like fine wire. I'm only upset that I didn't get there first. We'll just give this a moment here. It's going to be a minute. Let's see, how's this doing? It's doing slowly. Tell you what, while I'm waiting on the fine wire to process, I'm going to do a quick run around to the ore processing line and just see how things are going. Oh lordy, I need to unload this. Yes, okay. There's a particular bit of music that's from the movie Brazil that wants to come to mind here. I have a particular thing about that movie because I met my spouse at a midnight showing of Brazil. This explains possibly a few things about us. I am going to try to stream, though it's basically going to be a join me while I set up OBS stream with a possibly stimming noise in the background from my kid. Now I have the music in Brazil stuck in my head too. You're welcome! One of my favorite films. Oh yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful movie. Just absolutely bitingly sarcastic in that in such a screwball way. Okay, all that goes in there. Boom, done. There. Alright, all that's reloaded. By this point, I should be able to go get my red alloy wire. If I look in the correct chest, it would help. And we'll go back to the circuit assembler. Have a look, and before I drop this in, I'm going to check the recipe. We have a plastic printed circuit board, we have CPU chips, we have resistors, we have capacitors, transistors, and fine red alloy wire, and that should do it. This is the best we're going to get out of medium voltage. I love all Terry Gilliam films. Oh yeah, I wrote a fanfic off of Time Bandits called Time Tripper. Kevin has grown up in the system as an orphan, and at 18 has finally managed to get the photo of the map back and is going off to collect up all the loose chunks of evil still floating around from the botched cleanup operation, find the Supreme Being, and punch him in the nose. Meanwhile, dealing with the utter ludicrousness of reality, which is determined to be ridiculous. It's on AO3 if you're interested. It's called Time Tripper. And there are 3 parts to it. Oh, and I included a photo of the actor who played Kevin. He grew up and into a very hot man. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I have a type, but I'm not sorry, I have a type, and oh Lord, is he hot. Always nice, when you realize, no, this is, writing this character into this situation at that age is just fine because he now looks like this. Ooh. There is no graphic sex in the fanfic. I don't do sex scenes. It's just not. I've tried. Lord, I've tried. I'm awful at it. They come out like clinical descriptions. Let's see. Better if I don't do that. That's got that path lit up green finally. Yay! This one has 2 dependencies. Ooh, we gotta go make inductors. Inductors are made by going to an assembler with liquid polyethylene and feeding it steel rings and fine copper wire. I made steel rings and fine copper wire. Where do I have an assembler with polyethylene sitting on it? Right fucking here. No, that's a fluid solidifier. Damn it, that's the polyethylene barrel, though, that I need. Where's an assembler I can put polyethylene in? Excuse me. Yet you know who's also terrible at sex scenes? Stephen King. Yet he keeps trying. Ask Billy Martin. Billy Martin can tell you all about Steve King. Our favorite author, great author, don't really read horror, terrible at sex scenes. Yeah, you can't be good at everything. Come on. Now, think. Assembler. Polyethylene. Check the recipe. No, the wrong key. Check the recipe. It's an MV assembler. I can't be over here. Where do I have an MV assembler that I can stick this polyethylene on? Extruder, solidifier, extractor, circuit assembler. Ah, damn it. I don't have. I'm going to have to use this one here. Oh, it's already got polyethylene in it. I had it previously set up with liquid copper and forgot that I had changed it out. Brilliant. Okay. We give it the polyethylene. And then I need the screwdriver back. There we go. Dip that. And... Alright, now I need steel rings. Right? I need fine copper wire, steel rings, and I got the polyethylene. The fine copper wire is up here at the moment. Here is fine copper wire. Making inductors. Basically, we're wrapping steel rings with copper wire for magnetic induction and then dunking them in polyethylene. Steel ring. Here we go. I knew I'd made a bunch. Fine copper rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens. Yeah. King is really good at writing Americans. Yeah, he's good at capturing all the ugliness of America. That's for sure. Okay. Oh, I had some foil over here. I should go on and pick up. Let's come over here. To this assembler. And give it steel rings. Oh, shit. Stop that. Quit making chain. You're supposed to make a different thing. There we go. Always got to watch the order you put things in. There we go. Inductors. A small coil. Quest completed. Oh, now I've got David Bowie in my head again. Not that that's a bad thing, but I've got David Bowie in my head again. Inductors completed. We are on our way to more HV circuits. The microprocessor assembly, which is an HV tier Watcho station. This is, okay, plastic printed circuit board. The microprocessors replace the CPU chips. We have to have inductors up here instead of resistors. These get replaced with RAM chips, and we need the fine red alloy wire. Okay. Lord of mercy, this gets to be an entire thing, doesn't it? Look at that process again. Let me look at that again. RAM chips. RAM chips. What is... RAM chip. Engraving with an emerald lens. Where's my emerald lens? Here's my emerald lens. And I need a half a stack. Let's get that into the laser engraver. Get the ruby lens out. And take out the ILC wafers. Drop in silicon wafers and start making RAM chips. There we go. I'm going to put these in here for now, and they can just stay here for now. I'll get to them later. How are we doing down here? I need to remove this and remove this. And I need... I need these. And I need the red alloy wire. Capacitor, RAM chip, right, that goes there. That's the inductor, that's the red alloy wire. Inductor, red alloy wire, these chips. Printed circuit board, more inductors, printed circuit board, plastic printed circuit board. More inductors. Go, got those. Put that over there. That's a trimming thing. This is the RAM chips, which. Let me get a couple of these out, these RAM wafers, and take them over to the cutter because I don't have any RAM chips made at the moment. Damn it. Thought I had some. Drop them in. There's our CPUs. Okay, conductors. There's nothing I can take. I say conductor to relieve this bellyache. Oh Lord. Sour cream and onion RAM chips. Oh, he's got Bowie in my head. He's like a head made of mine and all. Alright. That's... Oh, jeez. I am running myself out of power. Crap. I got too much running. I've got way too much running here. Let's pull this. I'm overrunning my system here. Overrunning my power chain. Batteries run dry. Okay. We're starting to recover. Give it a minute. Oh. Yeah, this MV line is not as efficient as it could be, and also just I'm outrunning my power source. That just happens. Alright, that can all wait for right now. This right here is the critical thing happening. There we go. Now I have RAM chips. Load them into here. Wait a minute. I need to wait until the rest of these are finished. So while I'm waiting for the rest of that to finish, let's go on and do the run on this. I am carrying an awful lot of stuff. My inventory is getting clotted up here. What all the hell am I carrying that I could go get rid of? A lot of stuff that I could go get rid of. I could go put away these CPU chips. And actually, no, they need to go up in the cabinet, don't they? The chips need to go up in the cabinet. With the rest of the parts. There we go. Alright, the redstone alloy and the chain and the such could all be put away elsewhere. Let me run and put stuff away. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's see. What do I want to get rid of? That and that. That. Hold on to that. That red alloy wire, red alloy ingot, I'm going to go turn into more wire. Oh, no, I'm not. I've got three of them. I've got plenty. Alright, we'll just hold it for right now. Go put this red alloy wire up in the cabinet. I'm doing some scut work partially to let the system recover from me overrunning the power on it. These actually need to go into the laser engraver, but I'm going to hold on that for a few minutes. Let's see, how's my battery here? Not great. Battery here is zipped. We are in need of bunkering. Boiler is cranking. It's just a matter of waiting. I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to help. Stop and think a second here. We got this done. That's not pulling on the system anymore. It is going up slowly, but it's going up real slowly. It's going to take a long time to recover. I overran it massively. Shame on me. I'm going to throw these in and see what one of these in. And get at least one damn chip made. No, it makes two. About time I got a multiplier. I think the Lime and the Coconut song is the only song I know that has only one chord. Heh. Produced. Okay, on our way to finishing doing our first EV circuits. Let's put the microprocessor assembly in the next cabinet over. And look at this. What's it take? Oh lordy. Plastic printed circuit board, two microprocessor assemblies which we just made, diode, RAM chip, electrum wire, and blue alloy bolt. Blue alloy bolt. There we go. I need to make more of these microprocessors. I need to make a couple more. So I have extras when I got this done. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's see. Got those reserved for the big thing at the end. I'm making one at a time and watching my power. If it starts dropping, I'll have to wait as I've overtaxed the line. Uh-oh. Ran out of a thing. What did I run out of? Ran out of capacitors, I think. No, we're not making that. We're making these, the microprocessor assembly. That's this one. Ran out of capacitors. That is not a problem. I made 4 stacks of them when I made them. Capacitors. Drop that in. I feel like I should make more of these. Alright, one more. And then we're going to retool to make the AV circuits. Okay, clean this out because I'm not sure how much is going to align. We're going to make this. We're going to make our first extreme voltage circuit, EV tier circuit. Microprocessor in the middle, diode on the right. Diodes. I have diodes. Microprocessor array assembly in the middle, diode on the right. RAM chip, electrum wire, blue alloy bolt. Knew there was a reason I carried it over here. Okay, check the recipe one more time before I drop in what I think will launch it. Plastic printed circuit board, microprocessor assembly, diode, RAM chip, electrum wire, blue alloy bolt, should give me the microprocessor supercomputer. Okay, here we go. Why isn't it going? Not going. Why isn't it going? It's an MV recipe. It wants liquid soldering alloy, blue alloy bolt, fine electrum wire, RAM chip, diode, assembly, plastic printed circuit board. What am I doing wrong? Circuit board, microprocessor assembly, diode, RAM chip, fine electrum wire, blue alloy bolt, liquid soldering alloy. Does it need a program? Doesn't say it does. What have I put in wrong? Oh, maybe I didn't. Put it out. Try a couple of them. Fine electrum wire, blue alloy bolt, diode, microprocessor assembly. Am I missing a number count here? What am I missing? What am I not doing right? One of those, two of those, four of those, four of those. 16, 16. All right, let's get it down to actual numbers here. Precise numbers. It wants 16 of this. Let's give it 16 exactly. It wants 16 of these. We'll give it 16 exactly. It wants 2 of those and 4 of these and of those. Take that out. What am I doing wrong here? Requires clean room. God damn it. Requires clean room. Do I know what the diode's favorite band is? Oh, Lord. 16 kilovolts? I don't know. It requires a clean room. I can't make this here. Oh, Lord. I gotta go read the tutorial on the clean room, don't I? All about the clean room. The sides can be clean room glass, the edges have to be plascrete. Oh lordy, what in the hell are you asking me to do? Greg Tech, what did you skip? Where is the clean room? What have I missed? It wants a clean room, which is a multi-block structure made of materials I haven't heard of. How? Requires clean room. The fuck is a clean room? One Direction. Oh. Ugh. Just stand in the corner. RIP supercomputer stream. Not really. No, it just won't happen day. In the meantime, CLEA clean room. Tell me about clean room. Dog, what is your problem? Do I care? Clean room. Keeping those pesky particles out. Place machines inside to run clean room recipes. 5 by 5 by 5 up to 15 by holy spitski. Requires filter casings in the ceiling excluding the edges, accepts up to 4 doors. Drills and primitive machines are too dirty, send power through holes or diodes in the walls. AE2 networks through holes in the walls. You have to. I'm going to dip off and get things started. I look forward to seeing the clean room next week. Yeah, next week. Because, you know, I got like 9 minutes here. There's no way in hell I'm getting this thing done. This thing requires what? Stainless steel rotors? I haven't even gotten the... Oh, Lord. Okay, I got something out of sequence here. This has got to be something over in HV where I build the clean room. Large chemical reactor clean room. It's the really big one in the middle. The clean room is over here, and there's where this actually should be. Okay, I can't do that until I hit that, which has all sorts of crap happening. Oh my god, I need to do so much to get there. Okay, Greg Tech, they've done it. They do this. You can just like do Jordan Peterson says and clean your room, yeah. Yeah, that's wowzers. Okay. We have gone suddenly off, skittering off the edge of the map here, and I'm going to just put shit away and get back to, like, making, yeah, let's see. I need to make silicon wafers and stuff. Let's just put all of that away for right now. And let's get some other stuff sorted out here. I need the fine copper wire together with the steel rings. Assuming that I can at some point get back to... yeah, it's going to be a little while. That's going to have to recover for a while as far as the power goes. I'm going to have to do some other stuff. So, yeah. Oh lordy. Oh, let's do this. Do I have gallium arsenide handy? And silicon dioxide. Let me see. Gallium arsenide. I thought I had a bit sitting around somewhere. There we go. Gallium arsenide. We'll grab some gallium arsenide and look at the recipe here real quick. Where's the boule recipe that I need? This one. It wants a small pile of gallium arsenide and needs silicon dust. Where's my silicon dust? I could set this up. There's my silicon dust. Okay, over here. And there's still some small piles of gallium arsenide in there. Brilliant. Let's just load this in and I'll reload the gallium arsenide later. All right, and that fires up the electric blast furnace, which is now going to take several minutes. This mod has really neat electronics chemistry. Oh, it delves into it so deeply. I have said before, this mod is for people who found immersive engineering interesting, but didn't think it went deep enough. I played through immersive geology, the adjunct to immersive engineering, and it doesn't go this deep. Although it does have some extraordinary multi-blocks, let me tell you. I think I can do without that gallium arsenide. We'll get it out of my inventory. That's waiting for it to recover. We've got, I could do a run on the ore production line if I reorganize things a little bit here. Let's just reorganize a little and do a run on the ore production line. Get this done, and then I'm going to wrap the stream. I've got AE2 running, but I'm still using storage drawers because it's useful for getting rid of some of these dusts. It auto sorts it all and then presents it visually. It is easier to work with some things. Ponder the ore. Oh yeah. You can ponder pretty much any of the ores in here. Like, for example, we were looking at... Let's look at diamond for a second, because this is a fun one. It doesn't go the same way. Diamond ore processing. You start by throwing it into a crusher. I'm using the Create crushing wheels instead of the basic macerator, because I get the crushed ore, and instead of the chance of a byproduct, I get experience nuggets. From there, your diamond ore goes to the ore washer, and we get purified diamond ore and a 33% chance of graphite dust with each unit. From there, you send it to the sifter, which gets you a 50% chance of a diamond for each unit of ore, as well as chances of flawless diamonds, exquisite diamonds, and purified diamond dust. The exquisite diamond is necessary to make the laser engraver lens. Throw a couple stacks of ore of purified ore into a sifter, and you get like 2 or 3 stacks of diamonds out of it. It's an astonishing amount. You then have the purified dust that can be sent off to be made into various things, or industrial applications for it, of course. And that is where I'm going to wrap for this stream and see about throwing to Willow. I will be back tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. UTC-6. I will be playing Roots of Pacha, which is a wonderful farm sim and romantic dating sim, kind of like Stardew Valley, but more queer, and with a lot more interesting stuff as a Neolithic people advance into the Bronze Age and invent agriculture. It's really quite an interesting look at farm sims, a different way of framing the whole thing. That you're not getting an old farm going, you're inventing agriculture. And then I will be back next Saturday, 8 a.m. UTC-6, same bat time, same bat channel, with more of Minecraft Trains and Tech, and maybe by then I will have managed to build a clean room. We'll see. I'm rapidly outgrowing this massive mine shaft that I moved into. I thought it had a lot of space, and I'm discovering that it doesn't have as much space as I thought. I'm having to carve out new rooms. So we'll see how things go. Maybe by then I'll even have a new power source to run all this stuff on and quit running it off of steam turbines driven by coal-fired boilers. Let us see. I'm going to hit the raid button and see if Willow is up here. I've got something that says following. In the beginning, Willow sets up a new OBS stream. Come join the fun. I am going to raid them. And punching start raid. See you there.